Mr. Speaker, sir, we promise to provide better health care services to all the residents of Meru County. I must admit that we are facing many challenges in this sector, but we are determined to overcome them. And our new Minister for Health, Minister Matiang, is doing a great job. We are currently expanding health facilities in the county. We are constructing 40 new dispensaries and 80 maternities at a cost of 132 million Kenya shillings. Construction of a new ward at the Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital is ongoing at a cost of 350 million Kenya shillings. We are also constructing a renal unit and an intensive care unit at Meru Level 5 Hospital, which were not there before. And for the first time in the history of this county, and to battle the epidemic of cancer, we have employed an oncologist, and we are now treating cancer patients here in Meru Level 5 Hospital. Mr. Speaker, sir, it's a pity that cancer has been commercialized above the reach of the common man or woman. We would like to demystify cancer and deal with it upstream. The medical bills that we are now hearing of 2.5 million, 3 million, 4 million are not an option for the majority of our people. In order to focus and allocate more resources in the fight against cancer, we have drafted the Meru Cancer Institute Bill of 2019, which we shall soon introduce to this House. Once established, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Cancer Institute will mobilize financial resources, both from public, private, and the philanthropic sector, and also bring in more personnel, which will deal with prevention and minimizing of cancer in Meru County through public awareness campaigns, more cancer screening, and cancer management strategies. Mr. Speaker, to improve efficiency in our hospitals, we have created a hospital inspection unit to ensure that there is an attitude change among hospital staff. We have also instructed this unit to work very hard to improve efficiency and to ensure that our hospitals and dispensaries don't lack medicines at any time. Mr. Speaker, we have created 46 ward development committees in every ward in Meru County and sub-county development coordination committees for every sub-county. These sub-committees have helped us to identify priority projects which are being implemented with the support of MCAs in all the wards. This year, we shall train these committees and use them to monitor the implementation of our projects at ward level. Mr. Speaker, sir, I promise to ensure that no corner of Meru will be left behind. We have created an annual 900 million ward fund through which each ward is allocated 20 million Kenya shillings every year for their grassroots projects. So far, each of the 45 wards has been allocated a total of 60 million by the end of this year. And we believe by the end of this year, we shall have invested 2.7 billion Kenya shillings in our wards. In the 5 years, we shall have allocated 100 million in every ward. And this will make a total of 4.5 billion Kenya shillings for grassroots projects. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Ward Development Fund strategy has been a great success, and we are being benchmarked by many other counties. I want to take this opportunity to thank honorable members of this Assembly and the Ward Development Committees, through whose efforts we have constructed many ECDE classrooms, issued bursaries, provided tanks and water pipes, built dispensaries, as well as many rural access roads and bridges in all the wards in Meru County. Beginning this financial year, Mr. Speaker, I have directed that all contracts from the ward fund be undertaken by contractors sourced from that particular ward as far as possible. Mr. Speaker, sir, I promised to provide water in our wards. Specifically, I promised in my booklet that I would sink at least 5 boreholes in every ward in the semi-arid areas of Bore, Tigania, and Egembe. Mr. Speaker, sir, this promise has already been fulfilled. So far, we have sunk 150 boreholes at a total cost of 866 million. Further, we have formed borehole management committees for every borehole we have sunk to ensure proper management and sustainability of the borehole. For every other ward not covered by the borehole project, we have supported numerous water projects in all the wards at a cost of 330 million Kenya shillings. Mr. Speaker, I'm very proud to say that this is the first time that we are witnessing such massive investment in water in the entire history of Meru County. Mr. Speaker, sir, we promise to improve education sector and to provide milk for our ECD children in the county. Since the introduction of the free milk program, the ECD enrollment in the county has increased by 6,500 new learners. Whereas the previous government managed to complete 100 classrooms in 5 years, in less than 2 years, we have constructed only 25 new classrooms and completed 81 classrooms which were left uncompleted by the previous regime. Mr. Speaker, sir, we are also expanding our technical and vocational training by making sure that our VTCs are well equipped. By the end of this financial year, we shall have contracted 25 new VTC workshops and completed 18 complete workshops that we found incomplete at a cost of 32.7 million. Mr. Speaker, sir, while primary, secondary, and university education is not our core mandate as a county, we have decided to work with the Meru County Education Board and other education stakeholders to uplift educational standards in this county, because even those are our children. Mr. Speaker, sir, we had promised to establish a Meru Education Fund with a minimum of 100 million Kenya shillings to provide bursaries to poor, needy, and bright students. So far, we have allocated bursaries through the MCAs worth 289 million. This is almost 3 times what we had promised. Mr. Speaker, sir, we promised to improve agriculture to ensure food security and basic incomes for our people at household level. The government has identified agriculture as one of the main strategies of defeating poverty in our society. To address chronic delays in coffee payments, we are implementing the Kenya 500 million Ethiopian coffee cash model, which has seen coffee farmers receive advance payments within the first month of delivery of coffee cherry. This model is the first of its kind in Kenya and will be highly commended for it. Mr. Speaker, sir, in October last year, we began our macadamia and avocado project with distribution of seedlings to farmers worth 90 million. This year, we are establishing a huge macadamia and avocado nursery to enable our farmers to access grafted macadamia and avocado seedlings highly subsidized prices. We have organized potato farmers into cooperatives and are enforcing the 50 rule to ensure better prices for potato farmers. We believe that these efforts will improve potato production and marketing in this country.